Look me in the eyes like a man.
Nah.
So these were two scenes which were heartbreaking, and ones which had many parallels, but also differences in the manner of the approach from both Ghost and Rock. But both situations really does epitomize the weaknesses of both characters, because we as the audience knew it was a wrong choice, and I think deep down, both Ghost and Rock knew it was the wrong decision as well, but they went ahead with it anyway, based on the level of trust they had with Kanan and Detective Howard. And taking it back to something Omari Hardwick tweeted back in 2015, Ghost misses Roller bad, and I do think it's going to be the same case for Rock. This was someone who Rock described in Season 1 as a soldier, battle tested and built on these streets, and so if he grew up in the game, he knew the consequences of being a snitch, which is why she got it wrong. But in this video, we're going to go even deeper into the parallels and differences between Scrappy and the Roller kills, and how the death of Roller impacted Ghost, and how the Scrappy death will impact Rock, but also how Rock's the creator of her own downfall, and one which Kanan will surely play a major part in, because he is the one weakness that can be used against Rock that she'll never see coming. Now, both Scrappy and Roller were thought to be going behind their leader's back, and in the case of Scrappy, Rock thought he was a snitch. In Ghost's case, he thought Roller was attacking his organization, but we know otherwise. In Power, it was Kanan who was manipulating Ghost into killing one of his most trusted soldiers before he got out, and the reason why Kanan did this was because he knew Roller would make Ghost see sense, but the emotional impact of Ghost killing Roller and Rock killing Scrap were worlds apart.
Kanan, right? What the fuck do he gain from pointing you in my direction?
He's my friend.
I'm your friend.
Rock was absolutely ice cold, ruthless, and it showed with zero emotion, and in fact, she didn't even give Scrappy an opportunity to talk or explain, whereas Ghost did. Scrappy was someone who lost an eye and bled for Rock, yet she was able to kill him without knowing the full facts, and going against the beliefs of Lou and Marvin, who wasn't 100% either. And this car journey down the warehouse showed two levels of emotion. Scrappy was excited at the fact he was finally rising the ranks of the Thomas organization, but Lou and Marvin were dead silent, and it really was reminiscent of the death of D-Wiz. Lou gave him the night of his life, only to rip it away. They gave Scrappy all he's ever wanted, and look how happy he was, only to rip it away. But Ghost killing Roller impacted him in such a way where he turned to alcohol, and then where his behavior and violence escalated as time went on, and he even had to look at Q-Dubs in his face and lie, because Kanan's manipulation continued from inside prison to then from the inside of Ghost's organization. And how can you trust someone that you put in prison when in reality he should have put his trust in his queen, Tasha. Tasha at that particular time was his voice of reason, and she was there to pick up the pieces and help Ghost time and time again, but he trusted Kanan's judgment over hers. And the same goes for Rock. How can you trust someone in Detective Howard that you just tried to kill more than someone who bled for you as well as her two brothers? And because we saw Kanan manipulate Ghost to take back what was his, was this in the back of Howard's mind when he told Rock she had a snitch? I think he knew very well what he was doing by feeding the information to Rock. Not only did he want to protect Kanan, but he was letting Rock destroy her own operation. And I really can't believe Rock trusted Detective Howard's judgment over Lou and Marvin's, because neither of them were convinced Scrappy was a snitch, despite Marvin doing his research, and Lou definitely wasn't convinced either. And he made it clear he wasn't taking the kill shot, not after what happened with D-Wiz.
Like I said, don't put the shit on me. I told you what I told you.
I don't fuck with it. Hell no.
Okay, well, if the shit is true, Scrap could put us all away forever.
So I do think there is a deeper connection and history between Rock and Howard. We know they were sleeping together back in the day when she was with DEFCON, which was only for appearance's sake, but Howard would have meant something to Rock, similar to how Ghost considered Kanan his brother, which is why he still trusted him and why Rock trusted Howard. Now, we really can't throw all the blame on Rock. What didn't help Scrappy's cause was he lied to Marvin about his whereabouts the night before. he could have come clean and said he got arrested for gambling, but because Rock gave him specific orders not to gamble, I think he knew he fucked up. So we saw him come up with this bullshit story about helping his cousin, Ebony. Now if he did come clean, I really do wonder if the outcome could have been different, or did Rock have a mind set in stone already? I guess this is something we'll never know, but Scrappy did also make some really good points.
But y'all give him 40 projects to Unique's boy instead of me? I've been down with y'all since I was 14. Looking out, bagging, soldiering, hustling, cooking, whatever needed to get done, I done it.
And I really did feel sorry for Scrappy in this scene. I think this is why Marvin wasn't still 100% even after checking out Scrappy's story. But bringing it to Worrell, we all know how much of a bad idea this is. Worrell will betray Rock in a heartbeat, and he will damn sure flip on her if he ever is presented with a better opportunity. Very similar to what Dre did in Power, from Kanan, Ghost, Tommy, Diego and Alicia Jimenez, and even having Julio killed to take his place. And these are the same vibes I get from Worrell. And I think Rock will only find out the hard way. He tried to kill Lou once before, he took Scrappy's eye and a kidney, and I'm sure next time he won't miss. And that's when Rock will regret her decision. But talking about Worrell and Detective Howard being a problem for Rock, someone who could still very well pose a threat is Scrappy's mom. Now she was the one who screamed Detective Peng when her gambling operation was raided, and so I still think she was the CI. And with Scrappy being a bit of a mommy's boy, she may have some added incentive to bring down Rock as a way of getting justice for Scrap. But where we've spoken about the impact of Scrappy's death and the parallels to Roller, what impact will Scrappy's death have on Kanan? And Patina Miller recently said, as powerful as Rock is, she's unsettled this season. There's a weird alliance and new enemies. She's tried to hold on to her position and her child. Her relationship with her son isn't as strong as the first season, so I do think she started to realize she's losing Kanan, and so we're gonna see Rock giving Kanan a bigger role, and in essence, possibly replace Scrappy. But she's gonna tell Kanan Scrappy's death was a suicide, and so when and if he does find out the truth, which I'm sure will be revealed at some stage, what does this do to his relationship with Rock? Especially considering the D-Wiz lie. And what will this do to Lou and Marvin? Because Lou turned his back and didn't even watch Rock take the kill shot. Marvin shed a tear just like Ghost did. And so when they find out Scrappy wasn't the snitch, how does it impact them? Especially considering we all know what killing D-Wiz did to Lou, which is why Rock had to get her hands dirty this time around. And that's a breakdown and a deeper analysis of the parallels, but difference to the Roller and Scrappy deaths, but definitely two deaths that were wrong. And now where I'm almost certain we're gonna see the eventual regret of killing Scrappy, because I'm sure as time goes on, Worrell will show his true colors, and she'll have the threat of Unique, and eventually every single one of her family members will turn. But Rock only has herself to blame, and she really is the creator of her own downfall. But drop all your thoughts down below on potentially the beginning of Rock's downfall, and does it begin here? Will she end season 2 on top, or will Unique find a way back? Drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and of course if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.